Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. I am Madrid, and it's been a while since we put out a content. Our previous content, Hardik Pandya video has gone for 1.2K views. So I'd like to thank everybody who has viewed the channel, viewed our videos, and it's been amazing. And hopefully more of these contents will be updated, will be posted, and we try and keep entertaining you with the most loved sport in the country. So, with that being said, this time the panel has been shrunk down a bit to only me and Ajit, because unfortunately Prithvi is not available due to personal reasons, or should I say, he got exams. I can just openly say that he has got exams, but he'll be back. He'll be back. So, with that being said, that I don't have to introduce my co-host or in my partner in crime, Ajit. He's there. So I think, with that being said, I think let's get this thing rolling. So, since the last video, we have discussed about the couple of teams and how they have fared in each match. I think uh, we like to look at how each team has fared well, because the season is going in a very interesting direction. If you look at the points table, Ajit, if you like to share the points table,
You want me to share it as screen or what do you want me to do? I think we'll just do it.
yeah, I'll share the screen. I'll share the screen. I think it's because it's better for the viewers to explain it. I hope you can see the points table. Yeah. So, if you look at the points table, Lord Rajasthan Royals convincingly they're the number one. Number two, Kolkata Knight Riders. Number three, LSG. And then number four, CSK. Number five, SRH. After a thrilling game win against Punjab Kings, next is Punjab Kings. Number seven, Gujarat Titans. Number eight, Mumbai Indians. Number nine, RCB. Number 10, Delhi Capitals. So, if you look at this, the table, especially the middle part, if I could say from number four to number seven, it is a middle model as people call it. So, looking at that, what do you think, Ajit? Do you think this could shape up into a very interesting couple of days, couple of weeks after seeing what has happened in the last couple of days? What do you think?
No, it's been pretty interesting few weeks of IPL since the last time we did the video. We thought of something, but things have changed a little bit, and of course, some of them have stayed a little bit of the same. Last time we spoke about how Rajasthan were so great, how what a great start they had the first two games, and now they're undefeated, so that's good thing. Uh, I would say that the last time we did the video, things were a bit different, and now we're looking at the points table. It's pretty interesting changes to say the least. If I'm pretty generous, but overall, it's shaping up something, man. I think it's clear that like any team can beat any team, and that's what it's been. Bit of a bit of a mantra, I would say, for since the IPL season has begun. We've said that, and obviously, pretty much every expert around the world would say that it's anybody, any team can beat any team on a given day, and that's what we've seen this season so far, and hopefully, it's going to be very interesting. So we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. And what I could say is that this season is really different, because what I feel is that some of the favorites which we thought they could dominate the whole tournament, right? The likes of CSKs, or the Mumbai Indians, some of those teams, or even the Gujarat Titans. Those are the teams are struggling. Still CSK, still they're in the top four, but it's not the most dominating uh, phase that they have done. Whereas Mumbai Indians, as it has been publicly noted, they're in the bottom eight, they're in the eighth position. Recently they won the first game. And Gujarat Titans, I feel that they have gotten the game where they should have won against Punjab Kings. And I feel some of these teams, and if you look at some of the teams like Kolkata Knight Riders, even at SRH, those are the teams that are punching their ways high really well, man. They're playing some exciting brand of cricket, especially looking at Sunrisers Hyderabad. If you look at the recent games, I mean, the way they fought after being in trouble in the first innings, and somehow they managed to pull off a win out of nowhere. It is such amazing brand of cricket these teams are playing. Without further ado, let's look into team by team. We'll start from the top to bottom because, of course, we have to save the one team that we really love the most and we're the big fans of, which is RCB. Ajit's favorite team, of course, he loves RCB and he really deals with them. So we'll keep that for the bottom, and I'll sh- I'll stop sharing the screen.
Yeah, let's go.
So we'll start with Rajasthan first. Rajasthan. Uh, I feel that Rajasthan, if you look at the previous 2 years of IPL of the editions, especially last year, they have started really well, and we all thought, okay, they will be one of the contenders for playoffs. But then, once after that, they started to lose a couple of games, and as we all know, the rest is history. They have not qualified for the playoffs. But this season, it is the same. They started really well, but I feel that this team this time around, the team is more complete. It's more well-rounded. Uh, they got more bowling options. They got the batsmen are stepping up and matters most. Someone like Riyan Parag, as we had discussed in the last episode, where he's the one who is stepping up when it matters the most. When the top order is not performing well, Riyan Parag is the one who is stepping up when the team needs him the most. And the bowling side of Rajasthan, I feel it's the most complete bowling attack because we've got Nandre Berger and Trent Bolt firing all cylinders. You got the experienced duos of Ashwin and Jadeja who are controlling the middle phase of the game, and we got Avesh Khan who's having some sort of a resurgence in his career as a T20 cricketer. He's bowling really well in the death overs. And of course, Sandeep Sharma is there because he's also another an extraordinary bowler. I mean, which is usually Sandeep Sharma is being used as the power play bowler because he swings the ball. But then this time they're giving him a different role where he's been asked to bowl in the death overs and he has answered it really well. So I feel Rajasthan, they are on an amazing place, and I believe that they could be the ones who would be finished top two. What do you say, Ajit? What is your impression of Rajasthan so far?
I mean, yeah, you pretty much said everything. There's nothing much for me to say from that. It's exactly what I would have said. I would add on to that the Avesh Khan trade from LSG to send out Badikal has worked very well, and I think Rajasthan so far have been a bit more beneficial. They've been a bit of a beneficiary, if I would say.
Mhm.
I think there's more time. I think LSG. I think Padikal will also gain some confidence down the line. I think it's still a long way to go. But for Rajasthan concern, I mean, look, they're undefeated so far. I don't. It's gonna. They have to play extraordinarily poor cricket to actually miss the playoffs from now, from what I can see, because they haven't even played Rauf and Powell a single match. No, he hasn't even stepped into the field yet. So it will be very interesting that to see how would they test their batting depth, because so far it's look, they've been so consistent. They haven't changed a lot. They just remained pretty much the same team for the first four games. And also the way I think previously we spoke about Riyan Parag as well. What they did, the perfect change that they made was to promote Riyan Parag up the order instead of using him as a finisher that they have been using him for like 2-3 seasons. Now they're using him as a middle order batsman, and kudos to his his fitness and his dedication. Pretty much had a stellar season in limited overs domestic circuit, and that really has paid off, and it's really showing in the field, and pretty much everything. Physically he looks a lot better. He looks fit. He looks ready. Mentally he looks composed. like everybody have noted that. So I don't need to elaborate too much on it. And yeah, their spinners. I mean, they haven't used any other spinner from what I've seen. It's just Chahal and Ashwin. Just bowl their 8 overs. They know what to do. They've been. I mean, Ashwin, we all know, one of the legends of IPL, and Chahal is. I mean, I don't know why he's still not playing for India. That's still a baffling question. But, if you
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at Chahal as a T20 bowler, he's still one of the best, if not the best T20 bowler in the country, and
yeah.
that's maybe by a long shot to say the least. And I think what Rajasthan did well also, to get Andre Berger from the auction, and look at the way he's bowling this season.
I
Just very quick, a very express pace as a left arm seamer.
Sorry to
Looking at
interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Ajay, you mentioned Andre Berger, right? What Rajasthan is doing is something different. What usually the other teams are doing is that they're going for more batting depth. They're batting to number 8, number 9. But then what Rajasthan is doing is other way around. They want to trust the numbers top 7, top 5, top 6, top 7. And they want to pack their team with bowling. And inclusion of Andre Berger is making a huge difference, I believe.
Yeah.
And I feel that and they wanted to, and that's the philosophy. Go with the bowling. Pick 10 wickets. Go with the best bowling. I think that's the major difference.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. It's exactly the right thing. And yeah, even though Nandre Burger has not been the most economical, but being economical every time is not always the thing. You pick wickets, and that's he's done that. He's been a wicket taker for whenever they've given him a chance. For the first 2 games they were using him as an impact sub. Now they're trying to insert him into the playing 11 officially. Like, I mean, when I mean officially, in the sense, just in the starting playing 11 rather than using him as a substitute. Um, I think, yeah, it's pretty much smooth sailing for Rajasthan, to be honest. So far, haven't been that much of a test yet, but their batting order, you know going deep into the season, it might have some challenges, to see, okay, if there's a batting collapse, and what are you going to do next, and if you want to bring in Rovman Powell as an impact sub, or how are you going to do that. I think time will only tell, but I mean, it's been smooth sailing, to say the least, for Rajasthan. The match against Mumbai, which I was pretty impressed with, is not only the way they bowled, but also the way they chased that target, even when Mumbai Indians all of a sudden, like, what, they were way too brave enough to, try to defend that. And the way Rian Parag just stayed there till the end was amazing. So that was that one match which I felt was a big highlight, in my opinion. And of course, the way, they took out RCB. I mean, that match was amazing. The way Joss Butler, came back to form. I mean, that was it was
Yeah,
something to
I
see.
the beauty. Yeah, it
Hmm?
was the beauty of this team is that they won 2 or 3 games without any contributions from Yashasvi Jayason and Josh Butler. And
Hmm.
it shows that what, even without the two of the top guns, you still have firepower in the middle order. And when Josh Butler came to form against RCB, I mean that shows that, bro, if Yashasvi Jaiswal comes to form, man, oh man, there will be a deadly team to watch out for. So, and you mentioned,
saying that I was saying that I believe that Yuzvendra Chahal should be picked for the T20 World Cup, and he's, as you said, he's one of the best spinners in the world, the best spinner in the country, along with Kuldeep Yadav. And I feel that with the kind of form he is showing, I think he could make a huge difference. I mean, the game against RCB, when Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis going all guns, he's the one who stepped up when it matters most, for giving away 30 runs, picking up a wicket at the economy of 8 runs per over. I feel that is gold dust. The bowler of his quality can really challenge the batsman. I feel even same with Ashwin also, as Ashwin has done really well also. But I think someone like Yuzvendra Chahal, I think he's pushing his case for a spot in the T20 World Cup. So I feel, I mean, he has to be there. What do you think? Yuzvendra should be there or not?
I mean, if you ask me, I would say yes, but I would, with the way the selectors have been with Chahal, picking him, I don't trust that now. Especially for West Indies, I think it's so very perfect conditions for Chahal to actually be in the team. But I don't know, man. I think he should be there because so far Bishnoi, if you look at the current spinning crop, obviously Jadeja is going to be there. But if you want to see any other good spinners like Bishnoi or Akshar Patel, I mean, if
Kuldeep
you
Yadav.
compare all of them, and Kuldeep Yadav, of course, but if you compare all of them, I think Chahal has been the standout so far in the season.
And
I think,
let's not forget Washington Sundar, because Washington Sundar is not even getting any game time for SRH also. So
yeah,
because I thought, because before the IPL started, he bowled against Afghanistan in Bangalore, uh, 3 overs or 4 overs or 21 runs, picked 3 wickets.
I mean, yeah, but we are diverting too much on this. I think we'll get to that when we talk about SRH. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think,
We'll get to
but
that.
I think for Rajasthan, I think it's smooth sailing so far. But whether their middle order, they still have good depth in their middle order. I mean, batting right now looks solid anyway without Rahman Powell. Yeah, Ashwin is all of a sudden has become that tremendous striker of a cricket ball. He has improved his striking abilities. I think that I think with the way they are right now, I think they don't need to change much. It's just right how it is. So I think we said enough of Rajasthan.
Yeah, we'll move. Let's
Nothing
move to
much.
the next team. We will go into the next team. I think the next team is the Kolkata Knight Riders. I feel, and I've said it in the preview of IPL, that they could be the dark horse of the IPL, but not just dark horse. They have been one of the deadly sides in the tournament so far. I mean, the revival of Sunil Narayan as an opener has become a breath of fresh air, and along with Phil Salt, who's been amazing. If you look at someone like Andre Russell, he's revived himself so well. He became more fitter than ever.
Absolutely.
He's been amazing. If you look at then Rinku Singh, as usual, has been amazing. He's been having a dream run for the last couple of years. Uh, then
So far, so
and then
far a
this
bit
guy,
quiet.
then
So far a bit
huh?
quiet season for Rinku. So far a bit quiet season for Rinku, I
Yeah,
would
a bit
say.
quiet
Not like
season,
it
but
is.
I believe that he will recover from his form. I believe he'll do that. And this new, thing, yeah, but the new sensation guy Raghuvanshi, he's been a revelation so far. And the two
Yeah.
games which I saw, he looks beautiful to watch. The way he scored a 50 against the Delhi Capitals, and also he against CSK also he scored 20 odd runs, but he looks really beautiful to watch. I mean, the break he's a kind of a player, an ideal T20 player, plays these reverse sweeps, and all that stuff. The kind of player you need in the team, and that too. Let's not forget the fact that Nitish Rana is not in the team. Nitish Rana has been one of the backbones of KKR batting for the last couple of years, and him
Yeah.
not being there, uh, despite him not being there, KKR is still performing well, which shows that they got depth and class in every aspect of the team. And then if you look at the bowling front, uh, Mitchell Stark, okay, he has not yet gone. He's yet to come back to form. The money which the Kolkata has spent is yet to be fruitful. Then this guy, man, Rashid Rana, man, he's been an amazing bowler. Rashid Rana and Vaibhav Arora, both of them, man, they've been amazing. I mean, they bowl with pinpoint accuracy. Uh, they bowl at very good pace, a decent pace. Vaibhav Arora can swing the ball a bit. He's the way he bowls is a bit of how Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowls, the proper swing and seam. And Andre Russell as a bowler, he's been amazing. He's been a revelation as a bowler. And of course, the spin try of Soya Sharma. I mean, Sunil Narayan, man. I mean, Sunil Narayan, even at this age, despite his remodeling of his action, he's still maintaining the economy rate of 7 runs per over. And Varun Chakravarti, he's had a mixed tournament so far, but I'm sure with this quality, I think he'll come back. But I think overall, looking at what KKR has done, I think they're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean it's you've pretty much summed it up again. KKR, I think I thought At the beginning of the season, it's going to be a bit of a fight, I'd said, but now the way I think things are, I think KKR has utilized their resources very well, to be exact, and giving youngsters chances. I mean, we've repeated this already. Like Gambhir, coming back to Kolkata now, being as a mentor, has worked really well, and the way they're playing with the energy, just that the vibes and that feeling that this team gives you, showing passion and a lot of great energy they're showing. Andre Russell looks great, lean and fit. He's playing absolutely amazing. Like he's all of a sudden is aged a little 5 6 years younger than that. I mean, it's really amazing to see that the way Andre Russell has played. Even though at the bat he has done well, given chances, but with the ball and the field he's doing well. Sonal Narayan, I mean, like he's what to say, he's always that ice man, is as and when he's getting older and older, he's getting better, and now all of a sudden he's in not only he can be a purple cap contender, but also an orange cap contender also with the way he's batting. So I think
Mhm.
whenever Gambhir is there, whenever he sees Sunil Narayan, he's seeing him as Chris Gale all of a sudden, just putting him at the top of the order and putting him as an opener.
Yeah.
However, I mean, it's been pretty amazing. I thought it would be Venkatesh Iyer or Venkatesh Iyer and Gurbaz, but I mean, the way Phil Salt has been playing is also been pretty good. And of course, Narayan at the top of the order has done really well. And especially the way he pretty much hammered Delhi Capitals. I mean, the 272. I mean, again, the last time we spoke, it was like SRH had
Wow.
277, and all of a sudden it was 272 against Delhi. And like, wow. I mean, like previous seasons. I mean, so no team has scored 270. Now we already are not. We are only barely like one third of the tournament finished, and now we've seen two teams scoring 270 plus. So I can only imagine that there's going to be another 270 plus score again. It might be from SRH or it might be from KKR or it could be anyone else. You never know. So like I mean, like you said, KKR, pretty strong. Top order, pretty good middle order as well. Bowling, I think it's still a little too concerning for the bowling. I think the way Mitchell Stark has not shown up, not lived up to that price tag. I mean, what are you going to expect from Mitchell Stark to bowl? You're going to ask him to get wicket from every ball or what? With the 24 crores of money you paid him. I mean, you have
He's
24
he's
balls,
still not
but you
the
can pick 10
problem for
wickets.
Mitchell Stark is that the problem for Mitchell Stark is that he's usually what happens with Mitchell Stark is that he in the power play he gets that swing. He's not getting that swing. Maybe a game or two he got a bit of swing, but after that, once the power play gets over, he looks clueless.
Yep.
The toe crushing Yorkers, which he's known for, he's giving full tosses on half volleys. The batsmen are smashing him. I think it's a concerning for Kolkata that his form is something that needs to be rectified. And if KK wants to go deep into the competition, his form is a must.
Yeah, and the way they played against Delhi and RCB, the way they chased down 118 Bangalore with ease, no, with it was so effortless the way they did, and also the way they won against Delhi, by 106 runs. I mean, like that really boosts your net run rate right now a lot. So when the tournament goes on, if you win some and lose some, that net run rate will play a huge role for them to get into the playoffs as well. If they're in trouble or anywhere, and if they need an extra net run rate boost to get in there, unless if they play horribly to lose by huge margin, the same way that they won against Delhi, that's the only way I think KKR, the way it's going now so far, and of course they lost to CSK in the previous match, not too long, like day before yesterday. So not too long ago, that is 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's once the slow turners that you see, especially the one we saw against CSK in Chepauk, where you had a pretty slow turner, not like a rank turner or anything, not those pretty deadly turning pitches that Chepauk had like 2 3 years ago. It was not like that, but I think it was a very standard Chepauk wicket. You would expect pretty much of a slow turner, It's going to be a lot of dew because it's still the summer season. And it's a lot of humid in Chepauk. So I think the way it's going to test KKR as a whole, their batting order, especially if they're going to play in some slow pitches. They kind of got a bit of a test in Bangalore, in that Bangalore pitch, which was also pretty of a very
Active,
mild slow turner. I would
activated.
say it was not the same not the same Chinnaswamy Stadium. Um, I think it's going to be fine for them. But so far, played four and won three of them, and they've
Yeah.
done really well so far. It's nothing much to
So
dig deep into it. I think we can go to the next team.
So yeah, but before final thoughts, before we go, and the last season, no, their opening combination was so mixed up. They open around in last two seasons they went for 7 to 8 combination,
Yep,
but this season with Gambhir coming in, he brought a certain level of stability and calmness in the team, and they went with Narayan and Phil
Phil
Salt, and
Salt.
I believe that, and I think that they will stay with that combination for a longer period of time. So I think that's also another key. I think the opening partnership is key for KKR if they want to post a big totals, and so I think that's one
Correct.
point I would like to add on.
Yep.
So yeah, I think let's without further ado, I think this is KK. Let's go with another team, which is Lucknow Super Giants. Lucknow Super Giants. I'll be honest with you. Like Lucknow Super Giants has been amazing. They are also another team that they have done really well. But then I'm a little surprised with them. Maybe for a couple of reasons.
Mhm.
One reason is because the batting position of KL Rahul and the way he's playing. He's not yet fired up very well, and we all thought he's going to bat in the middle order, but then he has
Maybe
not
that's
done
what I
that.
thought.
And the way, yeah, he's. I believe that the way he's batting, he's putting too much pressure on the other batsmen to hit. So I think that is a bit of a concerning, and the form of Deepak Huda and all, Devdutt Padikkal, who've been traded. That is also another concern. But then, uh, and also I think, but then looking at the positives, man, Quinton de Kock, man, he has revived his form pretty well. The way he played
Yeah.
against RCB, he's been amazing. And Nicholas Puran, man, he's having a dream run, man. He is on
Yeah.
another level. I think he's probably one of the best T20 batsmen. And I feel that he's batting way too low. He has to bat at least on number 4, number 5, number 4. Because I feel that he's batting way too low in his positions. I feel that's what he needs to do. But then the main talking point of the town, Mayank Yadav, he is
Mm.
a gun bowler, man. That guy, man, he is smoking fire, man, with a pace and accuracy. The way he is bowling, man, he looks deadly. Of course, in the previous game he has bowled 1 over, and that's a bit of a concerning. But then I don't think that will be too much of a concern because I think he'll
He
recover
went off
well.
the. I think he went off the game due to
Yeah,
injury. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
not a
But then,
severe one, not a severe one, but just a bit of
not a savior one. But I
aneurysm.
feel, yeah, yeah, it's not a savior. I'm really excited to look at him, and the way he bowls, thunderous bowling with the pace, with that accuracy. Uh, Again, especially the game against Punjab Kings, man, where the Punjab Kings were dominating for the majority of the innings. But then Mayank Yadav's spell that changed the game, and against Bangalore, man, the ball against Cameron Green, man. It's the ball of the
Ooh,
tournament, man. In my opinion, it was
that's true.
amazing. And and the way he's bowling is amazing. He looks like and the good thing about him is that he bowls well with pure accuracy, but of control with his line and length. But if he could develop his but one thing I'd like to see him is how he fares well when he gets hits, when he's been smashed around, and how he's able to respond well under extreme pressure situation. That is something I like to see. And I like to see what kind of role he's going to play. Is he going to be the middle overs enforcer? Is he going to be a death over enforcer? What are the kind of deliveries he has? Does he have the slower ball or the swing? Does he swing the ball? Does he bowls Yorkers? I think those are the things I think he has to develop over the period of time. But then I don't know why, but I don't know why, but I think he should be in consideration of the T20 World Cup with this kind of express pace, I think it may. I won't say he'll get into the squad, but at least in consideration, maybe in standbys with the kind of pace he has got. Maybe an outside chance, maybe a bit of an X factor because that's something
Maybe
Indian
as
team
a
has not
reserve,
done that.
maybe as a net bowler or a reserve,
Maybe
I think.
yeah. What do you think? What do you think overall of LSG, man?
LSG, I think, although it's not a big of a concern so far, I haven't seen any of it, but I think their test will be in matches where they have to chase targets, because so far they only chased once, and that was their first match, and that was against Rajasthan, and they lost that match. In that Savai Mansingh Stadium where they couldn't chase 190 or something, but then ever since then they just defended totals. So that would be a big challenge for them. Um, KL Rahul batting up the order. I don't feel it as a pretty bad move to say the least. I would say if he does bat in the middle order, it would be the same thing.
Yeah,
What's occurring in the top order as well. That's what I feel. I think him as an opener, I think is excuse me, correct. Sorry
yeah,
about that. But I think him as an opener, I think it's pretty much that position. I think he has to stick with. I didn't even before the tournament. Even I didn't see how he would fit in the middle order in T20. That is considering his play style right now. If you ask me if it's a one day game, then sure, 100% at the middle order at 4 or 5. But again, Padikkal and KL Rahul, both of them, I would say, maybe it's just a matter of one good innings and good knock, gaining confidence. I think that would be fine because Quinton de Kock, as usual, man, whenever he's in IPL, he's always been really good, always had good, phenomenal seasons. He's continuing that. I think you mentioned about Nicholas Puran coming up a little bit up the order at 4 or 5. I think he's at his best position, man. I think him coming at the final few overs, giving a bit of a scare against fast bowlers. I think it's his ideal position. I don't see him, changing it up. I think the way they're using him has been pretty good, and he's also been batting extremely well. He comes in and he's the way he's hitting the ball, his ball striking is phenomenal, and the way LSG have defended totals has been pretty amazing to say the least. I mean, they've been one of the best teams in IPL since they have started to play. Started
yeah.
to when they were newly formed. They've been one of the best teams. Defending totals, and
Yeah.
that really
Especially the Gujarat game. Especially the Gujarat game. They defended really well. I feel this is very rare to say, but it was a brilliant captaincy from KL Rahul. The way he mastered the troops is amazing, man. With
I mean,
using
I'm not
Manimaran
surprised with that.
Siddharth in the power play.
I mean, I'm not surprised with that because they've always had really good bowling attack, and that's the good
Yeah.
thing is that they use their uncapped Indian players the way they use them. Especially now this season, you
Yeah.
see Mayank Yadav, Manimaran Siddharth from Tamil Nadu has always been given the task to bowl the power play overs as a spinner. Never easy to do that, but he's
Yes.
done that really well. They've trusted him to do that. Langar and
Yes.
KL Rahul. They've trusted,
Yes.
all the goods
Yeah.
on Manimaran Siddharth to give give
Yeah,
some good
Ravi
quality overs
Bishnoi
in
has been
power
doing
play,
well.
and the way he
Ravi
got
Bishnoi
Virat
has been
Kohli's
doing
wicket also. Huh?
Ravi, even Ravi Bishnoi has been doing really well. He's been doing really well.
I mean, he's been doing well, but I mean, I don't know whether it's warranting selection in the squad for the T20 World Cup. I'm not sure. Not over Chahal and Akshar Patel. That's
Yeah,
I would say. But I mean, yeah, like I said, Mayank Yadav. I mean, you said it already. His express pace. Hopefully, he doesn't become too injury prone because the last game he only bowled one over, and he left the field. Yash Thakur, I think he picked up a
yeah.
fifer, I think, to previous game. Yash
But
Thakur bowled, he's been really good this
it's
season for LSG. And Krunal Pandya is one of those, even though, he's talked about for the wrong reasons. Every time we mention his name,
yeah, yeah,
when he was picked up by LSG, him and Deepak Huda in the same squad, yeah, it was
yeah,
talked about for the wrong reasons.
yeah,
But if you want to really look at this team, man, Ronald Pandya, I think him and Nicholas Puran in the playing 11 are two key players. They're the two X factors of the team. Puran, someone with a bat. as a deadly finisher, one of the best finishers in IPL right now. Krunal Pandya is that really good that good bowler, who bowls economically. He gives in that brilliant 4 overs of spell he gives in. So his economy is like around 6, 5, 5, 6, 7 consistently for years. He's one of those severely underrated bowlers in IPL today.
Underrated.
Severely underrated. Him as a batsman, he didn't do much this season to begin with, but whenever he's been given a bit of a substantial amount of chance, he's done well with the bat as well. It's proved that he's also really good all round the time again. We've seen that he did for Mumbai Indians as well, and we are seeing him do that now as well for LSG, especially with the ball. I think, yeah. I
His
mean, even
batting has
Marcus
come good though.
Stoinis.
His Krunal Pandya's batting has come good. Man, last 3 4 seasons he's not done really well as a batter, but then this season he is
Whenever
contributing
the
good time
chance
as
has
a
been there,
batter.
he's done fine. Stoinis as well, everybody. Stoinis for LSG has been pretty good. I think this season as well he's done pretty well. Stoinis, bit of that utility player. That Lucknow, they don't expect him to go hammer and tongs every time. But whenever he's given the chance, he's done well. He had some good knocks as well at times. But he's more of a utility player, I would say. Although, I mean, whenever at other teams he's played, he had his moments. But I think for LSG, I think pretty stable role for Stoinis to say the least. I don't think that LSG with the way they're using the resources, they are backing their players. They're doing well. So even Ayush Badoni has been given fair amount of chances as well. Sometimes he's done well at times. He's done
I am not a
okay,
big
but
fan of Ayush
other
Bhatti.
times not
I
so
am
much. Yeah.
not convinced.
Yes.
I am
Even
not
I'm not
convinced that
convinced
Ayush
yet. But like I said,
man
I think that
he's
I
very
think
overrated,
he's.
man. The most overrated cricketers, the overrated youngsters, man. I hit him up way too much.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
I don't see him as overrated, to be honest. I think he's doing just fine. Given what LSG have given him, I think he's done well. He's done okay. He's not that extraordinary, or he's not that bad also. So I think the players,
Okay,
especially Stoinis and Ayush Badoni, have done
Soines is
okay.
okay. Soines is okay. I mean, people hyped him up way too much. I don't know why experts are hyping him. He's this game changer, all rounder, all the time. I don't know what they're seeing in him. And
I
I
think
mean,
he's
okay,
done. I mean, whenever
yeah,
he's
last
given
year he
great
did well.
performances in the
Last year he
games.
did well. Last year he did well, but let's not forget the fact that he has been dropped in the World Cup team. He's in the reserves. They gave him a chance and they didn't do well. And now, okay, he's doing really well. Yes, but then man, he his bowling has been okay. His batting he's done well. Okay, he has done really well. He contributed here and there, but as I said, Lucknow they are doing really well. As you said that they are probably the best team when it comes to defending totals. So I feel they have been doing really well. I mean, you want to? I don't know whether we can add any more than that when it comes to Lucknow team. What is? You want
Yeah,
to add
there's
anything
nothing.
else?
No, no,
Nothing to
no.
add,
I
right?
think, like I mentioned again, it's just that, when they have to chase a lot of totals when they're batting second, that would be a big test because they haven't won a game batting second. So we have to see that. But apart
Yeah,
from
I
that,
think
they have been doing well so far.
probably
So I
Padikkal's
think we
form
can move
needs to
on to the
come in.
next team.
Probably Padikkal's form needs to come in, but then if that's sorted out, I think maybe if he's not able
Yeah,
to play well in that number three, maybe they could bring in somebody else like Deepak Huda or someone else. But we
yeah,
have to wait and see. I think we'll move on to the next team. Number CSK, number Tala, number Dhoni, number Ruturaj Gaikwad, whatever we call it. And then we don't care, man. We keep high praising CSK as long as we can. But then this is a channel where we need to be very neutral and very unbiased. So let's put on neutral camps on and let's look at objective of CSK, man. I think CSK is coming back. Okay, yes, the recent game they have won pretty convincingly. But then I think they lost 2 games on the trot in the away turf. Pretty convincingly, man. Because Rachin Ravindra, man, I think he started really well the first 2 games, but then the last 2 games, in fact, the
three
last three
games.
games, he has struggled, man. And I think it is that, and I feel that bowlers have found out the weak point of Rachin Ravindra, man. I think they're bowling him the wide short pitch delivery, good length delivery, and he's trying to place cross batters. I mean, I don't know why Rachin Ravindra is doing that, man. He's more than that, man. He plays strokes in the offside. Look the way he played in the World Cup, playing pure authentic cricketing shot. I think he's trying to muscle the ball pretty well. I think he has to rely more on his timing. If you look at the first two games, he's relying more on the timing than anything else. I don't know. He's not the most powerful guy, but he can just time the ball, man. I think that's something he has to go back. But Ruturaj Gaikwad also has struggled a bit, but then good to see him back to form in the previous game. I mean, it's a very mediocre chase, so he could take his time. I don't think
Yeah,
64 or
nothing
70
much, man. He came to form. Simple as that. Nothing much.
as simple as that. But then the brother Dubey को सब कुछ डुबा दिया भाई. He
Yeah,
is an amazing form, bro. Super
beast,
form, bro. Beast
beast
mode
of a player.
against spin. Against spin, he can terrorize any spin attack, man. But it's not just spin, man. Even against fast bowling, also,
Yeah,
he is improved a lot as a and this is the message that he's sending across, bro. No matter what kind of bowling you're bowling against me, whether you bowl short ball, you're bowling good length delivery, whatever it is, I'll smash the way out of it. He's been amazing, man. I mean,
yeah,
and I feel
no doubt.
he has to get the ticket for the T20 World Cup squad, and
Uh,
and go even
1000%.
and I'll go even further than that. That I feel he should be in the playing 11 for the first
Yep,
game of the T20.
1000%. I agree.
He has to
I
be there.
agree with that. 1000%.
He has to be there. I feel he has to be there in the T20 World Cup in the T20 squad because what he offers in the slow wickets in West Indies, he's really a huge factor. Plus, with his bowling, okay, he hasn't bowled so far in the tournament, and you don't expect him to bowl 4 overs, but these 2 overs at least maximum you can get out of him. We can bowl these cutters and slow balls in this slow wicket.
Just one or two. That's enough.
Yeah,
You
one
don't
or
need
two
to
overs.
use
That's
more
fine. I
than
think
that.
he's a
Yeah.
utility cricketer. I think every team should have these utility cricketers. You should utilize them. And of course, the Fizz has been amazing, man. He's been brilliant. Of course, one match he has missed that has impacted the team, but then he's been amazing. Patiran also has done really well. So overall, if you look at the CSK, man, it has been good, but I feel that there's so much to improve, man. I think this team, the way you look at it, man, they can still make it to the top four. But then I believe that the way this other teams are stacking up, it is going to be very tough for CSK to compete for top two, man. What do you think?
Well, I have a lot to say on this. One that I mean, we don't need to criticize too much on Rachin Ravindra, man. I think he's too young of a player. I think it's fine. He's still new into international cricket, so I think it's okay. He can, he
Yeah,
has time and just gaining confidence and just another knock like how Ruturaj Gaikwad again, man. It's pretty much that early stages. I think one good knock from Gaikwad. We saw that against KKR. Similar to that, man. He had a since scintillating start, but then the 3 games it was a bit way too down. I think he can pick it up, and I think it for him. I think he has to utilize whichever chance, man. Because excuse me, sorry, excuse me. There has been speculation, and I don't know whether it's speculation. I think it might be true that Conway is going to be back by the fag end of the tournament or by next month starting. And if that is the case, if he's coming in as early as before playoff start or I
May
don't know,
might come
mm,
during May.
something like that. And if Rachin Ravindra is not lived up to that hype of what we've thought, I think we would see Conway back in the side instead of Rachin Ravindra. That's very, very possible. But hopefully, I think for Rachin Ravindra's sake, I don't think it comes down to that. I think he can improve, as the season progresses, and he can maintain his spot. And I think that's good for the team to keep the combination pretty much the same throughout, and not too much of chopping and all changing and chopping. And I think Daryl Mitchell came in at the last game at number 3. I think that was a bit of a rumor. I think it was Rane had a bit of a problem. I
Rahane was
think,
got he got a calf strain or something, so
yeah. So
That's why
that's why Daryl Mitchell came in.
Rahane.
I think moving forward they should do that. In my opinion, I think Daryl Mitchell at 3 should be the ideal move, especially if you're going to play at home in Chepauk. I mean, we already saw that even though the tournament barely started, and we already saw pretty much of a standard Chepauk wicket right now in match three in Chepauk. Bit of a standard slow turner. I think in a slow turner, Darren Mitchell should be preferred at number three, and I think that's the way it should go because he can hit spin against spin very well. We saw that he hit Narain for a six as well, which is not that easy to do, and he hit Narain for a six. And the way that good contribution that he gave, with Gaikwad, that good partnership we built up. That's what I think we should expect from Darren Mitchell as well. One big knock will be great. I think that's also like how Rachin Ravindra is one big knock away. But I think from Darren Mitchell, it's nothing much to talk about. I don't know why people are making a big deal of his strike rate and all that. Which it's I don't know
Mm,
why it's
I
complete.
think so. He needs time.
I don't know why
Probably a
why you have
proper.
to.
Maybe
There's
I
no
think
problem at all for
no.
me.
I think he needs to get a proper position. I think you suggested number three. I think number three, number four should be a good position for him.
Yeah,
But
especially
then
if the
I
way
don't.
they, yeah, especially if the way they, used him against that match against Sunrisers, which was
Yeah.
a pretty bad cricket match for CSK altogether. Batting and bowling was pretty weak
Uh,
against Sunrisers, especially that match was
yeah,
way
that's
too concerning for me. Especially, you see, Delhi match, even I still can't believe how did they lose to this Delhi team, man, because this Delhi Capitals team, since they won against Chennai, they've in total conceded 500 runs in two games, 272 against
mm,
KKR and 230 against Mumbai. I still can't believe how Chennai lost to Delhi. I mean, listen, that's what I said. That's what we've said. Like any team can beat anybody, can beat anybody on a given day, and on that given day, Delhi were good. But against Sunrisers, that was more alarming. It was a pretty bad, cricket match
yeah.
all together from start till finish for CSK. And that day, kudos to them. They won the must-win game against KKR convincingly. That was a must-win game for them, and right now they're pretty much maintaining in the top four, floating.
Yes.
Now the next match for them against Mumbai, that El Clasico game, in Wankhede, it's going to
Well, that's
be
true. I think it will be
it's
a
going to be very difficult.
very, very
It's going to
interesting
be a very
because
difficult game for.
two reasons, man. Mumbai Indians, they won the first game against Delhi Capitals, and with that win, there'll be a huge confidence boost. I think they will come all guns blazing. I mean, tomorrow's game is against your favorite team, so we'll discuss that. We'll
I mean,
discuss
we'll go
that.
into that, but like I said, I want to get more into CSK a little bit more. I
No,
think,
one thing I'd like to add on, man, about
yeah, go
CSK.
ahead.
Tushar Deshpande, man, because as you know and as we know, I'm not a big fan of Tushar Deshpande. I think he's probably he's. I still think he's a trash bowler. He still concedes a lot of runs. He's way too. I hate him, man. But then I'll mince my words and I kind of I will I'll eat my words a bit and I'll take back whatever I said about him. I think he has improved a lot, and he's done really well. I
It's
mean,
true. It's true.
he's done really well. He's done pretty well. I mean, the couple of games which he has played, he has bowled and a pretty decent economy rate. I think he has shown pretty good improvement. But then, please don't bowl him at the death, man. Please don't bowl, man.
No.
He still go
Nah,
for
I agree.
yes. He has bowled well against KKR. That I think he dismissed Andre Russell if I'm not wrong. Didn't he
Yes, yes, yes.
dismiss Andre Russell? Yes, he
He
has
got rid
dismissed
of
Andre Russell.
Russell.
Yes, he has done well. He has done well. I mean, I give you that. But then he's not a solution for the death bowling, man. I still feel he's more of a power play in the middle overs bowler. He
It's
cannot
just
just bowl
his and Patirana. They're the death bowling specialists.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, and Shadu Thakur being Shadu Thakur, I mean, we don't have to say much. But once Deepak Char comes back, I think he will fit in the power play bowling pretty well. I think he will. It's pretty shocking, man, that someone like Shardul Thakur, who was recently in the India squad for the World Cup, he's not getting a place in the team. And okay, recently he has played, but then that shows that the team, that how strong the team is. And
That is true.
yeah,
Fizz, I think his as long as he's here until this end of this month, I think they have to use him every match till he goes for
yeah,
preparation for the World Cup. I think he is the key right now for their bowling because his cutters and especially until April end, whatever home games are there for
Yeah.
Chennai, him being there is very crucial. And Pathirana, by the time I think Pathirana's fitness, it's always been a concern, and it still is. Hopefully, he's
I
back.
think what CSK should do is that utilize play every game. Let Fizz play every game till April 30th. By the time April 30th comes, Patirana might be fit. So you can utilize Patirana from May onwards to the knockout stages because
Yeah,
that's where you need that fast bowler. I think that's what I feel CSK should do that.
yeah, it's the same thing. Even I feel that, but I mean, sometimes there's also a possibility that they could go with Pathirana and Fizz. I mean, how they see fit. But I don't know about that. I think a tough call could be made where they have to really think of what they're going to do with Rahane, whether he's going to come back and play at number three, or whether he'll be they said that it's calf strain. Hopefully, I think he's fit, but even though I don't know. You need to go with a bit more of an explosive batting because Gaikwad, I think the way it is, Gaikwad is already playing more of an anchor role. So why and Gaikwad and Daryl Mitchell are pretty much playing of a anchor role. Rahan is someone who's just in the power play and hitting fast bowlers all over the place in power play overs. But when it comes to spinners, all of a sudden his strike rate drops significantly. I know strike rate's sometimes a bit too overrated, but you could just look and see that whenever spinners are in, Rahane all of a sudden plays too slow. And that's something that it's a bit of a concern. I think that sometimes pulls it down a little bit. It's not the same Rahane that he was last year. Last year he was just on another level.
I Yeah, he was
So,
another. Yeah.
but this time,
I would say that Rahane is more of Maher Rahane is more of a Parthiv Patel kind of play. He does well in the power play, but then after power play, that is his game. Power play இல்ல அவனே வேலை பண்ண போறோம் அதுக்கு என்ன வேணும் that is
yeah,
his
that's what
role.
he was doing last year, and this year starting it was there. But I think they should make a tough call and bring in Samir Rizvi instead of Rahane. Put Daryl Mitchell at three, and given Daryl Mitchell at three, Shivam Dubey at four, Rizvi at five, Jadeja at six, and Dhoni at seven. So I think that's the way I think they should go if depending on Rahane's status. And their bowling, I mean, you said it, Deshpande. So this season has been really good to say the least. Fizz has been the best bowler for CSK this season, even though he missed the match against Sunrisers. I don't know. And Tikshana, I think the match against KKR, he bowled really well. The way he was spinning the ball, he was just doing a lot of damage. I don't know, man. It's that
Jadeja,
everlasting story of
Jadeja.
why Santner is not playing, why Santner is not playing. We all know that's not going to happen. But somehow in the deep into the tournament, I think they have to see whether they have to bring in Santner. They have to
But they already
replace him
got
some
Ravindra.
time.
They already got Rachan Ravindra because both the Ravindras. So I don't see how Sadna fits in.
Yeah, but I think maybe deep into the tournament, if you're thinking that Tikshana is not bowling well, he's not picking wickets, then you have to consider. But I don't. I'm not gonna. I mean, like I said, it's been that trend for years, man. Ever since Santner was picked by CSK, he's not been playing a lot of matches, and I think that will continue. Tikshana, I think Tikshana has bowled pretty well to say the least. CSK, I think at home they're absolute. That the Super Kings they are the lions that they show in the logo. They are truly that in Chepauk. But away from home, they've lost two matches away from home. Can they get some away wins? That would be the thing because it's it's uh it's very difficult to have a perfect record at home. I
I
mean,
think
CSK themselves have done that in 2011.
the only away win I could think of is the against RCB, man. That's the only
I
away
mean,
win I
even against
can.
Punjab, they can do that, man. Punjab, I think, is another ground in Mulanpur, depending on the time. I think
Yeah.
it's also a good match. Good pitch for them to bat as well. Like, considering that we'll get to the Punjab team. I mean, of course,
Yeah, we'll get that.
I think the away games. I think they'll do just fine. Maybe the tournament goes on. They're too good a team to miss out. it would be great to see them, go on a perfect record at home. They've done that before, so I think even if they do that this season, again, I don't think it's going to be a big surprise because
All you need to see if
it's
CSK is able to
fortress.
win all of their if CSK is able to win all of their games at home, maybe two games, three games if they win, that's enough. You win in 9 to 10 games, that's enough for you. That's it's not much
But
of rocket
but that's
science.
very difficult. Having a perfect home record, it's not easy. Even though they've done that, but it's been like so many
No,
years.
no, but the good
It's
thing,
like
no,
years ago
let's
they've done that.
the good thing is that there's no Mumbai Indians, so that's an advantage.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like pretty much it for CSK. I think, like we said, it's so far fine. The two matches they lost, it was a bit of a concern. Yeah, we also got to see Dhoni batting, which is
I
great.
want to
But
mention that we can't
yeah,
go without mentioning Dhoni's batting. We can't. I
yeah,
mean,
go ahead, man. It's all you.
bro,
Go ahead, go ahead.
the way he batted in the Delhi game, man, he looks like vintage Dhoni. I feel that he went back to his the old batting stance that which has been long gone, that has been missing for many years. And
Yeah,
he's went back to the batting side and the over against 100 knock, man. It was uh, a nostalgia, man. With the long hair,
yeah,
Dhoni coming, and it was amazing. Even the against KKR also. Okay, he played only a couple of balls, but then the reception he gets anywhere he plays, it's been amazing.
just that
I
aura,
mean,
man.
it's the
Just to
aura, man.
see
It's the
that
aura.
aura.
It's the aura of the man. You can't say much, man. Whenever we say about Dhoni, we always it's man. That guy is it's like a god, man. In Tamil Nadu, he's a god in everywhere, man. I don't know, but
I
anyway,
mean,
I
yeah,
mean
it's
that's
I think that would be for CSK. I think we can go on to the next team.
yeah. We'll go to the SRH, man. I think SRH, man. I mean, they had a pretty good. They had a really good start of the season, man. I mean, the yesterday's game, man, it was a pretty interesting game, man. I mean, the way, I mean, after wickets fall on Nitish Reddy, man, he has been a revelation, man, for SRH. He's been pretty good. Even Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, man, I think he came back to the old form that we all know. Jaydev
That's
Unatram,
true.
I mean, what kind of, yeah, yeah, Jaydev, Pat Cummins, man, the captain, the leader. I mean, what whom the man has done. He's won a World Cup, won a WTC, won Ashes, all whatever, and within the span
And
of
the
two
World Cup,
years,
and the Cricket World Cup.
Cricket World Cup. Yeah, I mean, he has won everything, man. This guy is something else, man. And plus, he's been an amazing captain. Plus, even as a bowler, also he's improved a lot, man. I think
One
he's
of the
probably
best
one of the best
bowlers in the
bowlers.
season. One of the best
No,
bowlers in the
yes,
season.
yes, he's going because before his T20 records previously, he's been pretty trash. He's been a very ordinary bowler, but then somehow in this season, he worked hard on his bowling, and I think
It's
the
fair.
one thing that has been a difference is that he's started to bowl more of a slow balls. He's hitting the wicket really hard. Whenever the pitches has been slowed, he's bowling these off cutters. He's bowling the slower balls, try to deceive the batsmen, especially against the Mumbai Indians in the CSK game. He's been bowling those off cutters pretty well. And you see, he has the pace. He has the pace. He has the bounces. But then with that off cutters which he's having, he's added that to his harmony. That makes him a very difficult customer to face. And if you look at and that's where that made him a a difficult bowler to face. Natarajan, I think Natarajan has been a bit of an injury prone, but whenever he has played, he has done really well.
It's all right.
But if you look at the batting front, man, Abhishek Sharma, man, he's been super, man. The way he's
Oh,
striking the
yes.
ball, man, he's been. I mean, initially I thought the way Daniel Witter described him as Chris Gale, I thought it's a bit far fetched, but I think he's turning out to be the Chris Gale for Hyderabad. I feel, and Travis Head, man. I mean,
It looks like
Travis
that.
Headman, you don't have to say much about Travis Headman. He's been pretty brilliant. And Aiden Markram has been pretty good. He's been very stable in the team. He's showing good form. Uh, and Nitish Reddy, man, as I said, he's been a revelation for Hyderabad. Heinrich Klaasen, I didn't even go to Heinrich Klaasen at all, man. He's easily the one of the best T20 batters in the world. I mean, I mean, I said enough. What's your opinion on Hyderabad?
Hyderabad, I thought with the way they with the way they played against Mumbai, scoring 270, I thought they were going to be very dangerous. But since then, I think a little bit of a few things here or there transpired, which I thought the way they're using their players, I think it's more concerning, especially with the way Klassen is in that good form, and you're not using him at the ideal position, and all of a sudden in few games, sending him way too low down the order, and trying to tell him to go from ball one. I don't think that's his natural game. Maybe it takes a little bit of a time and then goes blazing. That's how he became that the best batsman in T20 cricket right now. You're seeing that's one thing, and the way. Sorry, excuse me. Oh shit, I don't know what's going on. Anywho, I think the way they no they had the match in their hands against Punjab, but all of a sudden I don't know what the bowling they did. The way Unatkat, I don't. 29 runs to defend, and you're losing by two, and you're winning the game by 2 runs. That is, I don't know what else to say about that. It was right there. Natarajan actually bowled brilliantly in that 19th over. Punjab needed 39 in the last 2 overs, and the way he bowled the 19th over, and just to get give 10 runs. It was right there, but I don't know what it is, man. All of a sudden, it was like another boundary here or there previously, in the previous overs for Punjab. Punjab would have won the game. I don't know what went wrong. It was pretty much like another Rinku Singh versus Yash Dayal scenario again. It almost came to that, with Ashutosh Sharma and Sashank Singh. But again, Sunrisers, so far they're really good. I mean, no doubt about it. But they need to utilize their resources and all that. And
Just a second.
speaking about Sunrisers, I think nothing much that they've done so well. Probably it's the way they use their resources here and there is a bit of a concern, especially the way they use Heinrich Klaassen. Their bowling again, man. It's apart from Bhuvi and Natarajan and Cummins. The spin attack is it's a bit of a concern. It's been pretty mediocre or pretty weak. One of the
I think
weakest.
I think Hasaranga being ruled out is it's
It's a
dented
big
the
blow.
team a.
It's
It's a
a
big
big blow.
blow. But then even if Hasaranga is there, how will you fit in, man? Because Travis said is undroppable, Heinrich Klaassen is undroppable, Cummins is the captain, so he has to play.
And then
Maybe the
Markram.
only vulnerable Markram is the only vulnerable guy, but he is also scored runs, so it's very difficult. I mean, Mayank Markande has done okay, but he hasn't been. But someone in Washington Sudhar who has been really good. They haven't used him at all, and that is a bit of a
Yeah.
surprising for me. I mean, of course,
They're
the
using
only
Shabazz Ahmed. But they're using
yeah, they're
Shabazz,
using
who's
some.
been doing well.
The only
So
reason they're using the only reason why they're not using Washington Sundar is because they have Aiden Markram and Heinrich Klaassen. But I feel that they're not even the team itself is not using both the part-time bowlers. They could have used Washington Sundar. He's more than a handful bowler to bowl against any team, any player. So I mean that's something if they make that correction instead of this overrated, high-priced Jaydev Unadkat, who has been pretty trash. I believe that he signed an application form in Dinda Academy. I mean, I have to say that I'm sorry, Dinda, because he's been an amazing bowler, especially in domestic cricket. But then, when
he's not been doing well this season, man. Not good. I mean, bro, you're
okay, he
defending
has done
29
well
runs.
here and he's done
You're
okay.
defending 29 runs, and you're winning the game by 2 runs. I don't know
And
what to
so
say about that.
he's a pretty trash and atrocious bowler, man. He's just bowling the slow ball. That is the only thing he has, man. There should
Let's
be
not
more than
forget that
that.
he won a purple cap as well.
I don't understand, man. What kind of bowler he is? He's bowled well in the Mumbai game, but then that's a very slow wicket because if you have observed that Mumbai Indians game in the second innings, the ball has become the pitch has become a little slow, a bit tacky a bit. So that's where bowlers that's where he's more useful in that. But then in flat wickets, I feel that's where he's gone for a lot of
He's a big
that's where
blow.
but then he has made the most important contribution, scoring the last ball six. That has been a huge difference maker. So
Yeah,
that
they
is
dropped
something
the catch as well.
yeah, that drop catch,
Yeah,
man. He
I
dropped
think
he dropped catches, bro. Last game. we got to talk about the fielding, man. 3 drop catches is ridiculous.
And I mean, we'll get to Punjab as well. Even they also did the same mistake, not once but twice. But I mean, Sunrisers did that twice. Sorry, excuse me. Correction. Sunrisers actually
Yeah.
did that twice in the final over. Two times,
Yeah.
they dropped the catch in the boundary line, and both the times it went for six. I don't know, man. It's pretty shocking. Although glad that they won the game. Win is a win. Okay, fine, but not like
Lots
that,
to
bro.
work on. Lots to work on. I think let's end on Hyderabad. Let's move on to Punjab. I think Punjab Kings. I think they have a very mixed campaign so
Surprising
far.
season, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of a surprising, but then I mean, they have always started really well, to be honest, and somehow they goes down a bit. So, but then someone like Shashank Singh, man, he's been a huge revelation so far, man. The man is a journeyman. He started from playing for Bombay, couldn't get a place in the team because the team is stacked up with star players. Then he moved to Puducherry. Puducherry he played. Then he went to uh, I think Madhya Pradesh or Chandigarh. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure, but that's where he established his place so far. It's been amazing. He's played in various
yeah.
teams, but then I think sometimes some players they peak very late, like the Skies or the Michael Hussey. They peak very late. I think that's something that is happening for him. And same with Ashutosh Sharma also. I think Ashutosh Sharma has been pretty good. He's been giving the useful runs in the team. I think the big concern of Punjab Kings is the top order, man. The Johnny Bairstow, man. The
That's
Johnny
true.
Bairstow.
That's true.
The
That is the
Johnny
big
Johnny.
concern.
The
I mean,
Johnny, yes,
that's
Papa, eating sugar, no Papa. Johnny, Papa has gone down the drain. He's been carrying that out of the form since that England series. And Shikhar Dhawan, man, uh, man, I got to bring that dismissal, man, against SRK. What kind of dismissal was that, man? You know for the fact that the keeper is just behind you, close to stump, is coming down a track and getting stumped. It's ridiculous. A guy who's experienced international cricketer, an experienced international cricketer, an experienced in IPL player, getting out like this, it's one of the most
been there since
rubbish
season
dismissal
one.
ever.
He's been there since season one, bro.
Yes, it's horrible. What kind of dismissal? I don't get it. But then
அதாவது
Shikhar Dhawan has done.
டானி பேஸ்டோ எல்லாம் பார்த்தோம் நம்ம இங்கிலாந்து சீரீஸ்லயே வந்து நல்லா ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் பார்த்தோம் அப்படியே பீடாக் சொன்ன மாதிரி அதான் ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் பார்த்துமே டெஸ்ட் மேட்ச் சீரீஸ்லயே வந்து ஐபிஎலுக்கு ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் ஆஹா பேஷ் அப்படியே T20 மேட்ச் T20 ஸ்டைல் மாதிரி ஆடிட்டு இருந்தான் இங்க வந்து பார்த்தா 1-0 1-4 6 0-1-4 6 அந்த மாதிரி தான் சும்மா ஒரு இம்பாக்டே இல்லாம அப்படியே ஆடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கான் I think that it's pretty weak top order. இதுக்கு பதிலா ஒண்ணும் இல்ல ரைலி ரூசோ கொண்டு வந்துருவாங்க who's also same as Bairstow தான். He's also not in the great form. So பார்க்கலாம். Liam
But then
Livingston
the
injury
team,
is all
but
there,
I
but
think Sam Curran's done well, and number 4
he's
he's
done
done
well,
pretty
man.
well. He has done well. He has done well. I think uh, and Sikandaras, I think Liam Livingston hasn't done that well, to be honest. He's the kind of standards he has set
No,
himself. He's not
he's
an
injured. That's the reason why Raza is in.
yes, he's injured, and that's another strange thing. They played Liam Livingston despite being injured. I still don't understand why. Uh, but then we're looking at the bowling front. I think Arshdeep. I mean, at the last game he has come up really well. He's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Harsha Patel, for change in the last game, has done pretty well. Not often we can say that, but then in the
Not
last
so
game he
far
has
this
done
season,
well.
but last game he did
Not
well.
so, yes, of course. Rabada, man, I think Rabada has redeemed himself pretty well, man. He's been pretty good. He's been pretty
I
good.
don't know about you, man, but I feel Rabada is not the same T20 bowler he once was. So I think the way he's considered a lot of runs, man, similar to Harshal Patel this season, man. Even though
Yeah.
Rabada is that world class
See,
bowler, but
I'm only
he's
talking
still
about
he's
specifically
still
the
good
last
at
game.
test matches, bro. He's still good at
I'm
test
still talking
matches,
about the last
Rabada,
game.
but he.
No, I'm talking about the Harsha Patel last game. Even Rabada also done pretty well. But
Yeah,
then, as you said,
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. You are right, but so far this season, I'm saying for Punjab, both Harshal Patel and Rabada have not been that great. So Arshdeep has done pretty well, to be honest. Harpreet Brar, surprisingly in the last game, went for a lot of runs, but but in general, overall the season he's been brilliant. Harpreet Brar. Sam Curran, I don't know why, I think with the new ball, you just go with Ashdeep, Rabada, just go with the strike bowlers. Sam Curran as a new ball bowler, he's had his chances, he's done well, he's done okay previously, but for the past few years, I think him as a new ball bowler, it's not working, man. I don't know what it is with Sam Curran and, with Punjab, using Sam Curran, especially Shikhar Dhawan's captaincy has been pretty poor or pretty ordinary to say the least. The last 2 3 seasons for Punjab. I don't know. It's
He's
I
probably.
expected them to
I
do
don't know.
I expected them to do a bit more worse than what they are, but to be honest, with the way they constructed their team, their auction strategies were so piss poor. It's I think basically Sashank Singh won a game for them extra, and that's the reason why they're at number 6.
They should have lost that game. Although it's just
Yeah,
that brilliance of
I
Shashank
still don't
Singh
know how
and
they won against Gujarat, to be honest. That too
yeah,
in
Shashank Singh
Ahmedabad,
has
Gujarat in Ahmedabad are it's like a fortress for them. Even without Hardik Pandya, also they consider that place a fortress, and somehow they won that game against Gujarat. Which I think it's good for Punjab to have these good players, new players, uncapped players performing well. They can win few matches for you and all of a sudden give you that confidence a little bit for a team moving forward. And okay, they can build a good team around them, and they have something to go with. But I don't know about Punjab, their auction strategies going forward. They just bring in players and then release them out, and then in coming in the auction with the most amount of money in their purse, they spend
I
everything
think the
and then they do that again.
I think the upcoming option we might see a bit of a huge change because there are rumors that uh, that there might be 8 retained players. So I don't know how many retained players each team is going to do.
I
I
don't
don't know
know,
if you heard
man.
that.
I don't know about that. I think it would be good for IPL, having more retaining players, because that will have a good core for you, building up, and you can change in players you want to, but too many of them getting released is also a bit of a challenge. But going coming about Punjab, I think this is the combination they have to go moving forward, man. I mean, getting rid of Basto is one, but that's something that they have to do. I mean, you might as well bring in someone else in, put Prabhsimran Singh up the order. You could try to do
Riley
that.
Russo number 3.
Who's it?
Riley Russo and number 3.
Or you could go with Riley Russo as an opener. I mean, they would just do something like that as well. I'm not that
Oh,
surprised by
whatever
it.
it is, man. Punjab is a shit team and garbage team. They're not going to come up as see. It's I compare Punjab as a bit of a Netherlands team. They'll win these occasional games here and there. Maybe throughout the campaign they may win 4 to 5 games, but then they're not the team that could come. They're not the team that could scare. Maybe they could.
They
Maybe they
could give
could
you
be
an
a team
upset,
that
but
could just
but
spoil the party, but they're not a team that could scare, man. I can even say even further than that, that even if a Zimbabwe team can play better than Punjab Kings.
I think considering the captaincy, I mean, on paper they have good team, man, but again,
They
execution
have a
wise
good team.
pretty
Yeah,
poor, and it's yeah, I don't know, man. I I feel bad for Dhawan as well. I think him, last few years, the Indian team have not been too kind to him. Especially he's proven match winner, man, for India and for in any team in IPL, man. He's proved to be a really good player, a match winner, a consistent
he's
player,
really a good player.
stable player every season. But captaincy pretty bad, to be honest. Pretty not so great as a captain. If
Bro,
I'm
I
very
can
nice.
captain the team better than him, man.
I mean, it's
You and I can be a better captain. Even Harpreet Bara or Rajdeep Singh can be a better captain than Shikhar Dhawan. Man. Anybody can be a better captain than Shikhar Dhawan. But the only reason why they went with him is because of his experience and his stature. That's why they went with him. That's the only option they have got. Or else they could gone with Sam Curran. Because Sam Curran is a, I think the couple of games he has captain last season. I think they won 3 games. So I think he does possess a bit of a leadership skills. Maybe here and there, but
I
I don't
don't
know,
know, man.
man.
It's yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's too bad. I couldn't speak more about Punjab. It's
Yeah,
pretty a
I think
surprising
we'll move
way.
on.
It's surprising they're at sixth. I thought they're going to finish last. They're going to start the season being at the bottom of the table, but I mean we don't know that. But I
Yeah,
think we
that's
can move next team.
Gujarat Titans, and I mean, despite, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I never expected Gujarat Titans to do this well. Of course, they lost 3 games, but then without Hardik Pandya, without uh, Mohammad Shami, I
Mohammad
think they have
Shami.
done okay. Yeah, they have done okay. They have done pretty well. But then, man, there's so many things. There's so many things that they have to work on. Man, there's so many things they have to work on, especially the loss against Lucknow Super
Yeah.
Giants and against Punjab. Man, the batting is questionable, man. Huge question marks on the batting. They have to figure
A
out
lot.
a certain. See, in the last game, Vriddhi Mansa has been played that the Bharat or something. Sharath or I'm not too sure who is he.
Yeah. And Sai Sudarshan and Gill were open.
I think, bro, once I don't know why. Man, what is wrong with what is this obsession with Vijay Shankar, man? That guy is very highly overrated player. Okay, 10 games he only plays two. He only wins you 2 games. Why don't you use Shah Rukh Khan or Abhinav Manohar? Some of these talented guys, man. At least they can win you those games.
Well,
Why?
I would say
There are
that,
a lot of
but I would say for Vijay Shankar is that the last the 2 seasons that he's played for Gujarat, he's done well for them. That's the reason why they're going with him. They're persisting with Vijay Shankar and they're not using Shah Rukh Khan. That's the one of the reason I would say so.
and plus David Miller not being there, man. That's a huge blow. I think with
That's a
Kane
big
Williamson
blow,
being there.
man.
Kane Williamson. Look, as much as I love Kane Williamson and his captaincy,
Yeah,
I think he's, I think as a T20 batter, man, and he has dropped down pretty badly, man. Since that freakish 2018 year, he has dropped down as a T20 batter in big time. So I think he's just playing as a reserve. He's just playing as and when as David Miller comes, he's just there. But
and
I
even Omar
think
Key is also injured. I think
yeah,
Asmatullah Omar is also injured. I think.
yes, that is true. Masai not being there is a huge blow. The bowling front, if looking in the bowling front, Rashid Khan has not been the same. It's a bit of a concerning for them. Noor Ahmed has been pretty good. They have been doing well. Um, Umesh Yadav, man, I don't know, man. I have nothing to say about him, man. And the more I think about him, the more annoyed I get with him. He goes for runs, or some days he picks wickets. But then, bro, I think if you look at the overall team, if you look at the overall bowling up, the only bowler who's standing up when it matters the most is Mohit Sharma, man. Mohit Sharma, the way he's bowling, man. And
His comeback,
this, man,
amazing.
his comeback is amazing. And coming from as a net bowler to being the main spearhead of the bowling lineup last year, he's picked up heaps loads of wickets, especially the death. And this begs a question, man. Do you think there is a chance that Mohit Sharma can make it into the T20 World Cup with the way he's bowling? He's been bowling pretty well.
Possible, possible. I considering that Shami, I think Shami could also be ruled out of the T20 World Cup. Also, you never know.
He's ruled
So
out.
yeah, he's rolled out. So I think there is a good chance that he should be in consideration. Yes, I mean, in short, yes, he should be in consideration. I'm not saying it's a sure shot, not 100%, but yes, he should be in consideration.
Yeah, that's there. Uh, any do you want to add anything else about Gujarat Titans? I don't know, man. The way they are performing, it's a bit of a mixed campaign. I don't know. I have my doubts with them moving forward.
I think I feel a little bad for them. Gujarat, I think they've been way too. They've had too much of harm because of injuries alone. I mean, so many players for their team have been injured. Shami is ruled out. Asmatullah Omaza has his injury. David Miller also has his injury. He's out. Vridhiman Saha also had a bit of an injury issue. That's why he's out. And another keeper coming in.
Yeah, another thing, Shubman Gill's form is also a bit of a concern.
I mean, I think Gill is fine. I mean, he's not having the season that he had last year, but I think so far he's been okay. I think as a captain, he's done as much as he could. I mean, I
Yeah,
couldn't
he can. Yeah,
criticize
he's
more
on.
on. I think you can't criticize on Gujarat. It's too unfair to really put a lot of flack on them because they've hit by injuries way too much. It's so bad.
Yeah,
Especially even Rashid Khan is not the same. Like you mentioned, he's not the same that he once was because of that pretty very major injury that he had. I think it's. I think it's a bit unfair to to really criticize them. Like I mentioned, it's way too much of injuries for to really talk about them, and they're doing the best they can. And I think you said about Vijay Shankar. I think dropping him and getting in Shah Rukh Khan. I don't know, man. Vijay Shankar is someone who's done well for them. That's why they're giving him chances. But you bought Shah Rukh Khan for that much amount of money, so you might as well use him as another explosive hitter along with Tewatia because you can't because they're trying to depend too much on Rahul Tewatia to finish you
yeah.
so many games. But you also need that extra batsman, another finisher. And considering you're not having Asmutala Omarzai and you're not having David Miller, I don't know. It's hopefully they can do well. And I think yesterday you're mentioning that Kane Williamson being there, but the question is that who else do they have? Apart from, you should bring in Abhinav Manohar and you should bring in for the bowling that is, and you bring in Shah Rukh Khan. Who else do they can use then? Simple as that. It's
Matthew Wade.
Matthew Wade is there, but you need to have him keeper. But I don't know. They should just
He
give
has
it a
gone
go.
down. He's gone down as a batter. Looking at the last
Yeah,
2 years, he's not that impressed so far. I mean, he's done well. I mean, I don't know. I
I think
haven't
they
seen
can
his
come back.
stats.
I mean,
He's gone
Gujarat
down a
can
bit.
still come back. It's not a big
They can still,
problem from what
yeah.
I think. I think they can still come back. It's just that they need to get a few plays here and there. Get them healthy, and they can really make a run if they're in full strength. I mean, of course, you're not going to get Shami for the season. That's there, but I'm saying like the team that they had in their first match against Mumbai Indians. I think if they can get that team, that playing 11 back, I think they can really do some great things in the season.
I that Mumbai game, they won by luck, man. Mumbai Indians gifted the win to them,
No,
man.
but the
Let's be
playing 11
honest.
was good. That what I'm saying is that their playing 11 was good. I think that was the perfect combination that they.
Maybe.
And I think that's what they should run through.
But
That's
in the
what they should
same
run
playing
with through
11,
for the season.
in same playing 11 also, it still has so many holes. But then I think with the limited resources, they can try and maximize it. Or as that's what I could
They're
say.
doing that. I think they're doing that much they can. So it's too. I just don't know. I can't really go deep into
I
about
don't see
Gujarat.
them qualifying for the
It's
playoffs.
too.
I don't see them. I don't see them qualifying for the playoffs this time around.
I think with health, if they can get their main players back, there is a chance. But with this squad right now, with the way they're playing, no.
Nah,
Like
I
the
don't think
squad in the sense,
even
like
even, even
with injuries and all that, with the playing 11 they played last game, I don't see that. And they can't do that. But maybe with
yeah,
the playing 11 they had against Mumbai, I think they could, try to come back. But I don't know.
maybe.
It's too
But
far
then
fetched. But you never know. We shall see.
yeah, I mean we'll move to the next team, Mumbai Indians, man. The most glamour team of this IPL so far for
Yeah.
the wrong reasons. For the wrong reasons. I mean, we all know what's documented. Our previous video itself has hit so many views. That's the highest viewed video we ever had in our YouTube channel. You don't have to say much about it. But then recently they won their first game. I mean, uh, thanks to the main contributors, man. I mean, Jasprit Bumrah has done really well. Gerald Kudze has done pretty well. But then, man, I think the batting, as I said, and I have said it to you, man. Once Sky comes in, Mumbai Indians will be a different team, and that's what they've shown.
Mhm.
Although he has scored a duck, but then that presence of Sky being there is a huge difference maker. But then, man, Kumar Shappan, that guy is something else, man. He's
He did
pretty
start.
good.
He did
Man,
start.
39. Yo, செம்மையா அடிச்சிட்டாடா. He's been
ஆண்ட்ரிக் நாக்கியா
amazing.
தானே கடைசி ஒரு 32 ரன்ஸ்
Yes,
ஆண்ட்ரிக் நாக்கியா தானே
yes, yes, yes.
Kiri Krishna. I think
Yes.
that is the combination that Mumbai Indians should go forward, man. I mean, the one dangerous thing about Mumbai Indians, man, once they get their confidence, they can go on a tear and go on a win streak.
Mm.
That is
I
the thing
feel
that the previous game against Delhi done they did for Mumbai. They've unleashed that beast, especially Romario Shepherd. All of a sudden, that talking him as that next Kyron Pollard, that future for Mumbai Indians team, and bringing in Nabi. I think their combination right now looks like
the
this. I think they
combination is
should.
set, man. They have to go with this combination. That's
I
a
think it's
much better
too. I
combination.
don't think so. I mean, because of that one win, I can't judge that. They need to go on a streak of wins to prove so. I
I
mean,
believe, I don't know why. I don't know about you, but for me, that once Mumbai Indians is on a streak, I think they'll go. Once Mumbai Indians start winning one game, they'll go to win a bunch of games. I feel, and they have
that
done
is
that
correct.
historically. So I
And
feel,
winning solves everything. I think the whole Hardik Pandya, getting booed everywhere. I think it will change now because I think they can go on a bit of a win streak, and all of a sudden that whole atmosphere will be good, and winning solves everything. That's what it is. And winning that one game, the way they played was amazing. Rohit Sharma, it was good to see Rohit Sharma play like that. It was beautiful to watch. Ishan Kishan, the same thing as well. I thought he played really well, and Romario Shepherd absolutely took it over. What a way to play! It's quite
Team David
unbelievable,
also.
and also Tim David and Hardik Pandya. Even though he was way too slow, but I think the 39 of 32 balls was pretty. It was a little bit necessary considering that they were losing wickets here and there. They got. I mean, Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma, and Sky got out.
So
I
it
think
was.
Tim David and Hardik Pandya
It's a
together
very rare
stitching a
thing. It's a very
partnership was
rare
good.
thing. It's a very rare thing to say, but where they are the first team to score 200 plus runs without any batsman scoring 50. Team effort.
Yeah, that is great. I mean, that's something, and their bowling. I think Bumrah is on another level. Something great to watch. I think then Mohammad Nabi coming in and giving a few overs here and there. Romare Shepherd, not just with the bat, even with the ball, he picked up a wicket as well. This is so amazing to see. Coach says, and even though he's been expensive here and there, but he's been a pretty good bowler for Mumbai. I don't know. With one win, I can't judge it off, and especially I still don't know how Chennai lost to Delhi, man. Especially that I still can't understand.
Will,
It's so
do
baffling,
you want to say
Delhi.
anything? Wait. Do you want to say anything more on Mumbai Indians? You should be moved to Delhi.
No, I'm not talking about Delhi right now. But what I'm saying is that I still don't know how Chennai lost to this Delhi team, man. Because after they won against CSK, they conceded like 500 runs in 2 games. And now you look at this match against Mumbai. I thought anywhere 200 or 180, 200. That's what I thought they would get. But going all the way to 230, man, is I mean, kudos to Mumbai. They won that match. Very happy for them, and I think nothing much. It's they need Sky. His form back. Getting him back in form will actually change everything. Once he start to score runs, that will actually change the complexion of the Mumbai Indians team, and they can really be a dangerous team. But I think it's going to take a while. It's not going to be easy, even though they got their player back. The way they won against Delhi is great, but it's not still not going to be easy as well for Mumbai because they're going to have a lot of challenges if that is considered that is away from home. That is in Wankhede they can get away with it. They can go guns blazing and going everywhere left and right hitting fours and sixes. But if they're going to play away from home, which they did that the first 3 games, I mean the first 2 games that is, and the one in against Rajasthan, which was a bit of a slow wicket. I think I don't know due to it was being a night game or I don't know what it is, and they were struggling in slow pitches. I think it's going to test them, especially if they play in Chepauk or if they're going to play in some other slow, a bit of a slow wickets. It's going to be challenging for them, so it's not going to be easy. But hopefully they're up for the challenge, and I think Mumbai can figure it out, and they can. Still, IPL is a long way to go, man. I mean, we've seen them lose 5 games in a row and still make it to the playoffs. So you
They
can't
won the
write Mumbai
title.
Indians off.
They won the title.
Yeah, they won a title also. So you never know. The Mumbai Indians, you can't write them off at any point of the tournament. Whenever there's even
Exactly.
a small window for them to make a chance, they can drive through it and ram the door
Yeah,
down. We've seen them do that.
yeah,
So
that's true.
never write
They
them
can
off.
do that.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
I think
it's pretty much
yeah,
something.
yeah, we'll end Mumbai Indians here. I mean, usually the next team is RCB, but I like to keep the team for the last. Let's go with Delhi Capitals first. And uh, uh, okay, uh, I'll do one thing. I think I'll let you start with it because since you're very frustrated with the loss against CSK, the win against CSK, I'll let you start with it, man. Because I'm sure you want to express your more frustration about that. I'll let you start.
I mean, I've already repeated like as to it's still baffling to me. I mean, look, if I'm not joking, the way they played against CSK, I think they should have continued with that way of playing. I think that was like the perfect combination. That was the perfect game plan and all that. I think they should have executed that. But of course, once they were, I don't know what happened. Immediately they turn off, and when KKR comes in, all of a sudden they concede 272 runs. I mean, I didn't even watch a single ball of that match, and I just saw the scorecard and I watched a few highlight clips here and there. I was like, what? 270? What? And I was confused as hell. What the hell is going on? And then I was like, oh, Sunil Narayan came in and destroyed the whole bowling attack. Raghuvanshi is there, Andrew Russell, Rinku Singh, everybody came in and just hammered the hell out of them. And I think for them, it's clear, man, what they're doing. They're just depending too much heavily on David Warner and Mitch Marsh. See, David Warner will do his job. I think David Warner is just that guy. Even though he's not the same, he's not the ever destructive David Warner that he once was. But I don't know. They're depending too much on him and Mitch Marsh. Mitch Marsh, all of a sudden coming into IPL, and all of a sudden he's not Mitch Marsh. He's been pretty ordinary season too, if I'm being very nice. I think it's good to see Prithvi Shaw back. Considering what the last few years has not been so good to him. It's good to see Prithvi Shaw back. Doing
Yeah,
well in domestic seasons, and he's doing decently, he's doing good so far for the IPL now for Delhi. I think ever since he came back against CSK, uh, I think their bowling and the middle order looks way too ordinary, way too mediocre, and it's still that issue for them as well. And Rishabh Pant and
bowling.
Tristan Stubbs. Rishabh Pant and Stubbs has been the. I mean, believe it or not, I thought Stubbs was not going to play a lot of games, but Stubbs has been the best batsman for Delhi Capitals this season, if I'm
Yeah,
very honest.
yeah,
Rishabh
yeah,
Pant, Rishabh Pant, it's so great to see him back to form. It's
yeah.
amazing to see that. As always been a good fan of Rishabh Pant. Myself, I would say, I've always been a fan of him, and it's really great to see him coming in and he's blazing. He's all over. He's playing that ever charismatic knocks. Always that beautiful way of batting. I've always
I
enjoyed to
think
watch him
another
play.
probably with the kind of couple of innings he has played, couple of amazing innings he has played. I think he has booked his place in the team for the
Oh,
T20
no
World Cup.
question, no question.
He
He's
has to be
sure
there.
shot,
He has to be.
not even a
He has to
question.
be there. Yeah, yeah. I
And
think
yeah,
once I think yeah.
and yeah, their lower middle order is pretty here and there. Akshar Patel can do well as a batsman, but he's there more of a bowler. Their bowling, I don't know,
Bowling is
man. Maybe they're
bowling is
depending
pretty
too much
trash.
on
Khalil Ahmed, bro. I think Khalil Ahmed has been the best bowler.
Khalil Ahmed. Has been good this season. Mukesh Kumar only played against the CSK match, and then he's injured, so he didn't play then. I guess since then,
Shan
and
Sharma. Shan Sharma,
yeah,
man, he is piling up pretty well actually.
mm,
He's okay.
I don't know, but Delhi's bowling is too weak still. But I just don't know, man. It's just that it's very difficult for me to evaluate that team. But I can see that they're depending too much on David Warner and Mitch Marsh. But I don't know. they don't have that it factor. I don't know what to say. That
No, but I think
bowling.
they're missing out Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav was injured, no, for two
Even he's
games,
injured.
two or
Yeah,
three.
Kuldeep Yadav is missing. That's a big thing as well.
So I think they're missing out their main spinner. So I think that's where it's there. But then I think the bowling has been a bit of a question mark, as you rightly said. I think question raises on the bowling. As far as the batting is concerned, of course, over dependent upon Marsh and David Warner. Rishabh Pant, I mean, I thought he will not score in the initial 7 to 8 games. I thought, okay, maybe let's not have any expectation. Let's give him time and let's see how it goes. Then a couple of games, he scored 250s and not just 50s, he scored them at a very high strike also. And the way he played has been beautiful to watch. Tristan man, that guy is a pretty good player. He's a deadly player. Kind of talent he has got is pretty good. He's good. I think overall, looking at
He's
Delhi,
done
I
well
think
so far.
he's done
I
well. I
should
think
give it.
overall, it's been amazing. Looking at Delhi, I mean, I'll be honest, man. The kind of money that they have invested solely on the support staff, man, rather than putting on the main team, bro, says the management itself, man. The kind of thinking about going for players that are unnecessary. I don't know, man. The key team they're looking at, the team which they
And
have
they're also
got.
not using Kumar Kushagra as well, even though he played only one
Yeah,
game or
they're not
something.
using. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
They
know
have
if it is
they
well.
paid him a lot of money. They're not played him at all. It's kind of baffling to see that he's it's not been pretty good. It's not been pretty good utilizing some of the Indian players. Even Lalit Yadav also has been pretty useful
Yeah,
player for them for
Sumit
years.
Kumar and
But then
Lalit Yadav have been like pretty useful. I don't know, man. It's a bit of an interesting thing for Delhi. I don't know what they're doing right, but
I
I
think
just
I
don't know,
will move
man.
on
It's another weak team again.
to another week team. Yeah, yeah, I agree with the move. And with that being said, let's move on to the last team,
Last but
RCB.
not the least.
Last but not the least. Where can we start? I mean, we have said enough about RCB. We have posted videos so much, but I don't know, man. I've sent you a video. I sent you a post today. An RCB
I saw that.
fan wrote a letter, and the fans themselves criticize the management itself. The kind of auction strategy, the kind
And
of
that was pretty accurate,
it's
what
pretty
he said.
accurate, exactly. And man, I'll be honest, man. I feel bad for Virat Kohli, man. I mean,
Yeah.
how much that man can do, man. How much, man, bro. It is batsman. Okay, we all know the bowling is trash. We all know that bowling is trash. But the batting is the biggest strength. They're not even doing that. They're not even bringing using utilize the batsmen are not in form and the way the kind of position they're not utilizing the batsmen the right positions itself. Like Paddy, Cameron Green number 3 they used him. He scored lead recently, but they put him in number 4. Maxwell has been atrocious. Rajat Padeda he is having that England nightmares. But another shocking thing is that they're not using Lombro, who was against KKR, has been brilliant. KK, not KKR, against LSG. They're not even
LSG.
using him. And looking at the bowling front, I don't have to say much. Even Topley also becoming their effective bowler. I think last game he pretty okay. Vijay Kumar Vaishak conceding for 6 runs per over, 25 runs he gave. He's not even being considered. That's a bit of a shocker. I mean, they're a pretty average team, pretty trash team. The only solution they have is Will Jacks. Will Jacks is the only guy who can at least strengthen the batting a bit. But then I've said enough. I think I'll give it to you, Ajit. I think you should go for it.
I mean, it should be a fun thing to do. I've pretty much gained reputation of being the guy just crapping on RCB, but it's not funny anymore, man. To be honest, if see, it will be so much fun for me to just say anything about RCB if they're doing well, and all of a sudden they fall down flat, and all of a sudden they just collapse, and like again in knockout matches or in playoff situations or in situations where they have to qualify for playoffs. That's where the hype should be, but when you see their own fans now just seeing what's going on, what management are doing and what's going on, man. It's not funny, man. To be honest, it's too tiresome already for me to just say anything about them. It's like saying the same thing again and again. Just their bowling is pretty bad, and even the good bowlers that the players who have bowled well, they're dropping players who have bowled. Vaishak Vijay Kumar, who bowled well. He didn't play 2 games. Don't know what it is. No idea what it is. Even if in anything injury related, also we would know, but no news of that. And then
Yeah.
even Lomlor, Mahipal Lomlor, hit like a quick fire 30 or something in like 12 balls or something. And even he's getting dropped. ஏய் புரியவே இல்லடா எனக்கு சீரியஸ்லி இது அதுல ஒரு ஃபன்னும் கிடையாது அண்ட் இட்ஸ் லைக் இட்ஸ் சோ சேட் டு see if I'm very honest. Virat Kohli, I don't know how much more they're going to depend on Virat Kohli, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
See, in the history of the franchise, among all Indian batters who played for RCB, the most is obviously Virat Kohli. The second most is Rahul Dravid. He didn't play for
Hmm.
RCB since 2010. He only played for
Hmm.
RCB for 3 seasons.
Hmm.
2009, 2008, 2009, 2010. He
Yeah.
has the second most number of runs by an Indian in RCB franchise, and he didn't play for RCB since 2010, and he's been long retired since 2015 or something, 14 or 15. Something. I don't remember the
He's the
years.
coach of Indian team. That's how far the
Yeah,
time has gone.
I mean, like, what's the future ahead for them? I think this is the time for them to think the future. I mean, like, see, they're thinking, the Virat Kohli's years are wasted. We have to build a team. What team they've built? What is there? It's just
Exactly.
they're
No,
thinking.
I don't know, man. They
See,
have to.
even if
They have to take.
like
They have to
even
take.
if
They have to take the harsh calls. They have to take harsh calls here. Look, as much Virat Kohli has done well, man. How much can that man can do? Faf du Plessis, he's 39. Next year, he's going to turn 40. Are you going to retain him for the next 3 years? No,
I
he's
don't
not going
think
to
that's
be retained
happening.
here.
I don't think that's
That's not
happening.
happening. Cameron Green has not done very well. He's flattered to deceive. He has not done
ஏய்
very well.
பால்
Maxwell,
கண்ணுக்கே தெரிய மாட்டேங்குதுடா. இடி இடிச்சா அப்படியே கண்ணு அப்படியே புசுக்குன்னு போற மாதிரி இருக்கு. இந்த
that's what I
வடிவேல் காமெடி
wanted.
மாதிரி. இந்த வடிவேல் காமெடி நீ பார்த்திருக்கேன்னு தெரியல. ஐயா மொக்கச்சாமி வந்திருக்காக, உன் கூட வந்தவர்கள்லாம் வந்திருக்காக, வாமா மின்னல் அப்படின்னு அப்படியே சரு சருன்னு போகும். பால் அப்படியே சரு சருன்னு போறது அவனுக்கு. வாமா மின்னல் சருன்னு அப்படியே போறது அவனுக்கு. பால் எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தா கண்ணுக்கு தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது பால் அவனுக்கு. ஏய் see, I know he's still new into international cricket. He's relatively new. He's still young. You can give him fair chance. டேய் மேக்ஸ்வெல் எதுக்குடா வந்துட்டு பவர் பிளேல இறக்கி விடுறானுங்க? எனக்கு அதுதான்
Man,
I don't know. His role should be a finisher. Is someone. Hey, is this the same Glenn Maxwell that we saw in the Cricket World Cup?
I don't know, man. It's bro, the franchise itself is a joke, man. The management, how many staff they have
Hey, at
changed,
least they
man.
used to be compete. At least the management or the team selection was competent, man. Few years for
So
so
they've
many
changed so many
years.
management, man. How many coaches they have gone through, man? Daniel Vettori, Gary Kirsten, Ashish Nehra, Mike Hessen, Sanjay Bangalore. Now this Andy Flower, man. There's no
And
stability.
Andy Flower is coming here and saying that we've tried. They're trying way too hard. It's trying.
What then, man?
Hey, you're not trying. You're not using the obvious. The solution is right there. Will Jacks.
Yes.
Just use him.
Yeah.
See, you can go
You
on
know,
all. You can go bowling attack with just Indian bowlers. See, you're
yeah.
not developing any Indian batsman. That's
I'll
clearly
tell you
it's
what,
right
man.
there.
I mean, I'll tell you what. This might sound very harsh, but it's time for Maxwell to be dropped. Either Maxwell or Green to be dropped and use Will Jacks. Go with 2 overseas fast bowlers, man. You got 3, 4 overseas fast bowlers. You're
No,
not utilizing them.
that would be a good solution if their bowlers are doing well. Their bowlers are not doing well. Alzari Joseph இங்கே பார் அரேபியன் சி, இங்கே பார் கவன் பார்க், இங்கே பார் மெரினா பீச், அங்கே 6-4 டென்னிஸ் மேட்ச் மாதிரி அப்படியே 6-4 கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கான். ரீஸ்டாப்லியும் சேம் தான். ரீஸ்டாப்லி இஸ் த சேம் இஷ்யூ. Even Mohammad Siraj, I don't know. This season, it's not been a season for Mohammad Siraj
I
also.
expected so much from
Yeah.
Mohammad Siraj. He's under delivered, man. He's
And
been
the spinners also. See, spin bowling weak. ஃபாஸ்ட் bowling எதுவும் இல்ல. see 2 overseas ஃபாஸ்ட் bowlers கொண்டு வரலாம் நீ சொல்ற. பட் தேர் கிவிங் ரன்ஸ். அது இன்னும் இதுல என்னன்னா இன்னும் டாம் கரன் வேற வரவே இல்ல. லாக்கி ஃபெர்கசன் வேற வரவே இல்ல. இமேஜின்
Bro, Lockie Ferguson, man, one of the best underrated T20 bowlers in the world. They're not using him.
அவன் அண்டர் ரேட்டட் bowler ஏதோ வந்து ஓகேலே. சின்னசாமியில வந்தா போடுறான். அங்க இங்க 6-4 தான் லாக்கி ஃபெர்கசனுக்கு. போடா டேய். டாம் கரன்லாம் சொல்ல தேவையில்ல. நல்லா இருக்கிற டெல்லி என்னது இந்த ஃபெரோஷா கோட்லாலே அடி வாங்குவான். சின்னசாமி எல்லாம் சொல்லணுமா?
அதான் bro, everything is bad for them, man. As I said, man,
how much more Virat Kohli has to do, man? Seriously, he's not going to be there for another, like, he's not going to play forever for RCB. Let's face it, you need to.
Who is the next captain, man? Who's going to be the next captain for RCB? That's also another question, man. You can't go back to Virat Kohli. How long that man has to lead? Already he literally gave up captaincy in his own mind. He cannot just go and captain the team again, man. That's his mind. The man can't captain any more than that, man. See, and plus, let's be truthful, man. Under Virat Kohli, RCB has under-delivered big time. Then the record is
franchise under delivery, under achieving da. Idhula Virat Kohli
they had great teams and yet they have performed shit.
அதான் சொல்லிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். நான் இன்னொரு நாள் வந்து ஒரு எபிசோட்ல லிஸ்ட் கொண்டு வந்து யார் யாரெல்லாம் ஆர்சிபிக்கு விளையாடி இருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்றேன்.
Bro, the amount of players there, the amount of great players that have left RCB is more than Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend. அந்த லெவல் போயிருக்குடா.
இல்ல நான் இதை விட ஒரு லெவல் சொல்றேன் பாரு. இது முன்னாடியே உனக்கு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். அதாவது there is a term called Kardashian curse. நான் உனக்கே தெரியும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஐ திங்க் யூ ஆர் ஃபெமிலியர் வித் இட். அதாவது பெரிய பெரிய செலிபிரிட்டிஸ் இருப்பாங்க. ஏலிஸ்ட் செலிபிரிட்டிஸ், பில்போர்ட் ராப்பர்ஸ், இல்ல பெரிய பெரிய ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் பர்சன்ஸ் யாரா இருந்தாலும் சரி, அவனுங்க வாழ்க்கையில எல்லாமே நடந்துருச்சு. நான் கஷ்டப்பட்டு உழைச்சு என் டேலண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் காமிச்சு நான் காசு சம்பாதிச்சு எல்லாம் பெரிய ஆளா வந்திருக்கானுங்க. ஹாலிவுட்ல எல்லாம் போவானுங்க. ஹாலிவுட், கலிபோர்னியா, லாஸ் ஏஞ்சலஸ்ல இருந்தாலே போறோம்ப்பா. நீ வந்து அங்க கொஞ்சம் பேரு உன்னோட ஃபேம் நொட்டரைட்டி எல்லாம் நல்லா இருந்தா போறோம். கார்டேஷியன்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்தாங்கன்னா ஓகே, ஏதோ பாப்ப மீட் பண்ண செலிபிரிட்டிஸ் எக்கச்சக்க பேரை பாப்ப. நீ ஏதாவது ஒரு கார்டேஷியன் மேல விழுந்து ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ல இருக்க, எல்லாம் எல்லாம் உனக்கு எல்லாம் செட் ஆகும். ஒரு கார்டேஷியனே இதுவா இருக்கா, பெரிய பெரிய மாடல்ஸ் அவங்க ஆஹா ஓ அப்படி இப்படின்னு இருக்கும். சரி, எல்லாம் வாழ்க்கை எல்லாம் சொகுசா இருக்கும். எல்லாம் என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு மாதிரி சூப்பரா போறது வாழ்க்கையில எல்லாம் போறது. ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் சூப்பரா இருக்கு ஆஹா ஓஹோன்னு. அதுக்கப்புறம் கைட்டு விட்டுட்டு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் எங்கேயோ டவுன் சவுத் போயிடுச்சுன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. அதுக்கப்புறம் பிரேக்கப் ஆயிடும். பிரேக்கப் ஆகி முடிஞ்சு வாழ்க்கையே சீரழிஞ்சு போய் எங்கேயோ ஐஃபில் டவர்ல இருந்து குச்சி வந்த மாதிரி உன் வாழ்க்கையே நாராசமா போயிடும். அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய செலிபிரிட்டிஸ்க்கு அந்த மாதிரி ஆயிருக்கு. அதுதான் கார்டேஷியன் கர்ஸ்ன்னு நடந்திருக்கு. போஸ்ட் பிரேக்கப் they fallen flat on the face of the earth. டேய், கானியே வெஸ்ட பத்தி நான் சொன்னா இந்த சேனல் எல்லாம் நல்லா இருக்காது. அவன் பண்ற பாக்குறியா? அவன் போடுற காஸ்டியூம்ல நீ பாத்திருக்கியா? நீ என்னது கிம் கார்டேஷியன் அவங்களுக்குள்ள நடந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் இப்ப தெரியுது கானியே வெஸ்ட் எப்படி சுத்துறான் தெரியுமா? இதுல பேரு வேற மாத்தி வச்சுட்டு என்ன கன்றாவியா பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கான். இதெல்லாம் நான் சொல்லணுமா? இதை விட நிறையவே நடந்திருக்கு. சொல்றேன்னா எதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி சொல்றேன்னா, இதோட ரிவர்ஸ் எஃபெக்ட் இல்ல இது. நீ ஆர்சிபி வர்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு பிளேயரா இருந்த, நீ ஆர்சிபிக்கு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் பாரு உன் வாழ்க்கையே சீரஞ்சு போயிடும். வந்து என் வாழ்க்கையே போறது, என்னால முடியல அப்படி இப்படின்னு இருப்பானுங்க. பிளேயர் விளையாடவே முடியல. மேக்ஸ்வெல் எல்லாம் ஒரு சீசன் நல்லா ஆடிருந்தான். அதுக்கப்புறம் பாரு டேய் வேர்ல்ட் கப்ல இந்த மேக்ஸ்வெல்லோட பார்த்தோம், இப்ப என்னடா பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்க ஆர்சிபில அப்படின்னு இருக்கு. கேமரன் கிரீன் வந்து ஆஹா நல்ல ட்ரேட் அப்படி இப்படின்னு நினைச்சோம். சின்னசாமியில பயங்கரமா அடிப்பான். ஏன்னா மும்பை இந்தியன்ஸ்க்கு ஆடும்போது செஞ்சுரி எல்லாம் அடிச்சான் அப்படி இப்படின்னு சொன்னோம். இங்க பாரு வந்தும் ஒன்னும் பண்ணல. எல்லாம் விராட் கோலி தான் ஆடிட்டு இருக்காங்க வந்து. அதுக்கப்புறம் பாரு ஆர்சிபில இருந்து வெளியில வந்து பாரு கேஎல் ராகுல், ஸ்டாயினிஸ், குவிண்டன் டிகாக், ஹைண்ட்ரிக் கிளாசன் வச்சிருந்தானுங்கடா நீ சொன்ன மாதிரி. சிவம் டூபே வேற. டேய் அதான் ஏன் சொல்றேன் கார்டேஷியன் கர்ஸ். அந்த why I'm bringing analogy is அதோட ரிவர்ஸ் எஃபெக்ட் தான் அப்படி நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. நீ ஆர்சிபில இருந்து வெளில வந்து பாரு, ஒளிமயமான வாழ்க்கையை காட்டுறன்ற மாதிரி இருக்கு. அப்படியே உண்மையிலேயே ஒளிமயமான வாழ்க்கை தான் உங்களுக்கு வருது எல்லாம் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம். ஆர்சிபிக்கு வந்தோடனே ஐயோ ஐயோ இப்படி போறதுன்னு ஒப்பாரிதான் வைக்க வேண்டியதான் அங்க. இத நான் சொல்லணுமா? அதாவது எதுக்கு இப்படி இருக்கானுங்க? அதுவும் ஃபேன்ஸ் வந்து ஆர்சிபி ஃபேன்ஸும் வந்து சில ஃபேன்ஸ் ஆல்ரெடி தேவ் கிவன் அப் ஹோப். அவங்களே வந்து தேர் சீயிங் வாட்ஸ்
Bro, I
ஹேப்பனிங்.
know a couple of RCB fans I know, bro. They said that the management, the owners are shit. They know that they gave up the team itself. I know a
Yeah,
friend
see,
who was a big RCB fan. After the kind of underachievements they have done, not even underachievement, shit performance they have done,
yeah.
they gave up.
அதேதான். see they've given up அதெல்லாம் தெரியுது. அப்படி இருந்தும் சில நிறைய எல்லா ஃபேன்ஸும் போறானுங்களா அங்க மேட்ச்சுக்கு. அதாவது இது எப்படி இருக்குன்னு நான் சொல்றேன் பாரு. என்னதான் வந்துட்டு காரசாரமான சாட் இந்த பானிபூரி, பாவ் பாஜி, எக் பஃப், இந்த எல்லா விதமான புர்ஜி எல்லாமே சாட்டு எல்லாம் இந்த ஸ்ட்ரீட் ஃபுட்லாம் அப்படியே சும்மா சூப்பரா தருவான் பாரு. எல்லாம் காரம், சட்னி, இந்த அது இதுன்னு சட்னி என்னென்னலாம் குடுப்பான். அந்த அந்த ஆலு பராட்டா எல்லாம் ஸ்ட்ரீட் ஃபுட் எல்லாம் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் தெரியுமா? என்னதான் சாப்பிட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் வயித்தால பிச்சுக்கிட்டு தான் போகும். அப்படின்ற மாரி இருக்கும். ஆனா எதுக்கு சாப்பிடுறாங்க? சாப்பிடும்போது நல்லா இருக்கு. அதே மாரி தான். ஆர்சிபி ஃபேன்ஸ் என்னதான் வந்துட்டு நம்ப ஆர்சிபி தோக்க போறதுன்னு தெரியும். அசிங்கமா அடி வாங்க போறானுங்கன்னு தெரியும். ஆனாலும் எதுக்கு போய் மேட்ச் பார்க்குறானுங்க? ஏன்னா விராட் கோலிக்காக மேட்ச் பார்க்க ஸ்டேடியம் ஃபீலிங் வருது. அதுக்கோசரம் தான் பார்க்குறாங்க. அதே தான் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு.
அதுக்கு மேல என்ன சொல்றதுடா? We have said enough of the franchise.
ஏய்
And
நல்லா ஆடுற பிளேயர்லாம் டிராப் பண்றானுங்கடா. இத பாரு. இருக்கிற ரிசோர்ஸஸே இப்படி இருக்கு. நீ அதுலயும் சில பேர் நல்லா விளையாடுறாங்க. அவனுங்களையும் வந்து ஒரு மேட்ச் நல்லா ஆடுனா அடுத்த மேட்ச் டிராப் பண்றானுங்க.
Anuj Rawat also first match நல்லா விளையாடிருக்காரு. After that maybe has tapered off. யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கலாம். I don't know why.
ஏய் லோம்லோ ஒரு குயிக் ஃபயர் ரவுண்ட் அடிச்சான்
ரொம்ப
யூபி அகைன்ஸ்டா. எதுக்கு டிராப் பண்ணாங்கன்னு புரியல. வைஷாக் விஜயகுமார் அந்த சின்னசாமி ஸ்டேடியம்ல எல்லாம் போலிங் போடுறதே கஷ்டம். அவன் என்னடானா 6 ரன்ஸ் ஓவர் கொடுத்து சூப்பரா போலிங் போடுறான். அவனை எதுக்கு டிராப் பண்ணாங்கன்னு புரியல.
bro, ஆகாஷ் வேற இருக்காடா. He's done really well for
Yeah.
India இப்போ. They're
In the
not
test
even
match also
utilized.
is coming in with great confidence.
Yeah, and you're ruining his confidence, man. They're not even playing him, and I don't know why. Uh, man, bro, that franchise, bro. I mean, as a CSK fan, both of us, I can just sit and laugh looking at the franchise itself. I'll still enjoy it, but then I'll be honest, man. I still feel bad for Virat Kohli, man. I seriously feel, man, that man deserves an IPL title, and I don't know, man. I don't know what's your opinion. I feel he has to leave this franchise and goes to another franchise and win
Not happening.
I mean,
That
it's
is
not
not
happening. It's not happening. I agree with you. I agree with you completely. He's going to stay with the RCB till he retires. But then I still feel, man, that man deserves an IPL trophy, man. How much that man can do, man? How much can he do? I don't know, man. It's almost like how I don't know if you know this player, Harry Kane,
Yeah, I know.
football player.
I know the football player.
But
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
thing. There's a thing called Kane curse, and what happened was that he played for the Tottenham Hotspurs team, and they're not doing very well, very hyped up team and all. Once he left the team and went to this team called Bayern Munich, the Bayern Munich, bro, they have been winning their domestic cup so
yeah.
much. But because there's a thing called Kane curse, wherever he goes, he's not going to win any trophy, and that's what is happening now. He's the only one who's scoring the goals,
ஆக
and yet the
மொத்தம்
team is,
கார்டாஷியன் கர்ஸ் மாதிரி கேன் கர்ஸ் அதானே?
yeah, Virat Kohli curse மாதிரி இருக்கு எனக்கு தோணுது.
விராட் கோலி எல்லாம் ஒன்றும் சொல்ல முடியாதுடா. இட்ஸ் ஷிடி மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அண்ட் தே நாட் பில்டிங் குட் டீம் அரவுண்ட் ஹிம். அவ்வளவுதான். இட்ஸ் விராட் கோலி மேல தான் ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. விராட் கோலி ஹஸ் டன் a lot. There's no curse in that. It's just that he's given everything, man. From the inception of IPL till now, he has given everything for RCB. I don't know what else he can do. It's simple as that. இது நம்ம சொன்ன மாதிரி இந்த கார்டாஷியன் கர்ஸ் மாதிரி தான்லே. எல்லாம் வருவானுங்கடா. எல்லாம் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நல்லா ஆடிந்தானுங்க. ஆர்சிபிக்கு வந்துட்டு ஒளிமயமான வாழ்க்கையை காட்டுறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அது ஒண்ணும் நடக்காது. அந்த ஒளிமயமான வாழ்க்கையை வந்து ஆர்சிபில இருந்து வெளில வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நடக்குது. அந்த மாதிரிதான் இருக்கு. இதுக்கு மேல ஒன்றும் சொல்றதுக்கு இல்ல.
I know. I think we'll stop it at that, man. It's been a very long podcast though, and I'm sure it's pretty late for you also. I think with that being said, I think we'll end the podcast over here. Uh, Please share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. It's been a very long podcast, and see you, man. See you guys, and see you next time, man. We'll for more
See you, bro.
content. And once again, thank you so much for our the Hardik Pandya video. It went to 1.2K viewers, and hopefully this video and more content coming up, we can produce more and more content. Please make sure and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It means so much to us. And with that being said, take care. Bye bye. Good night. Bye.
See you.